Why would a woman with a home, a ring, and a promise still wander? This is not just about infidelity. This is about the quiet desperation behind a smile. It's about the emotional starvation that isn't spoken about at dinner tables. It's about the ache for aliveness in a life that has grown painfully predictable. Stoicism does not condone betrayal, but it seeks to understand. And in understanding, it teaches us how to prevent collapse, starting not with blame, but with brutal honesty. The truth is this: many marriages die long before either partner leaves. They die in silence, in neglected intimacy, in endless routines where two people become polite strangers, where connection becomes duty, and where the soul, especially hers, is quietly suffocating. A married woman who looks outside is not necessarily wicked, but she is empty, and she is seeking to fill a void she no longer believes her husband can, or cares to, understand. She may chase excitement, not because she's immoral, but because she's invisible. She may respond to another man's attention, not out of lust, but because it reminds her she's still seen. The Stoics teach us we suffer more often in imagination than in reality. But emotional neglect is not imaginary. A woman craving novelty may not want new love. She wants to feel alive again. She wants to feel desired, not just needed for chores, childcare, or conversation. So why do some married women wander? Because their emotional needs have been dismissed as dramatic. Because they have raised their hand for help, softly, subtly, and no one listened. Because modern marriages often forget that companionship without passion is just a long friendship with paperwork. But here's where Stoic mastery enters. The Stoic man does not panic. He does not chase. He observes. He asks, what am I failing to see? He cultivates presence, not just provision. He doesn't use control to dominate, but attention to understand. He knows that love is a practice, not a performance. That desire is not sustained by obligation, but by curiosity. And he knows that when a woman feels safe and seen, she won't need to wander to feel whole. So if she's drifting, don't just blame her. Examine the garden you stopped watering. Examine the emotional distance that went unnoticed because she stopped complaining. Remember, many women leave emotionally long before they ever cheat physically. And if you've been betrayed, grieve but rise. Let it not harden your heart, but sharpen your discernment. A Stoic does not crumble. He rebuilds with clarity, with purpose, with deeper self-respect. Because the answer to betrayal is not bitterness. It's becoming a man so whole, so inwardly complete, that no one's wandering can fracture your peace. And understand this: the woman who walks away chasing illusions isn't your loss. She's simply revealing the gap between your depth and her distractions. You weren't too much. You were just more than she was ready to receive. And that's not a flaw. That's your filter. Because as you evolve, the ones who no longer align will fall away. Not as punishment, but as protection. A Stoic doesn't mourn what leaves. He honors what stays. His values, his peace, his purpose. So if you've ever been left, lied to, or overlooked, remember, that was the universe subtracting noise, so you could hear your own voice again. If this truth struck a nerve, if it woke something in you that's been silent for too long, then don't just scroll away. Subscribe for more unfiltered wisdom. Like this video to let the algorithm know that depth still matters. And comment below. Your story might be the mirror someone else needs. This is the Stoic Mirror. We don't chase the noise. We reflect the truth.